afternoon, welcome, and didn't think I'd be on today because I've been on a trip that I've had coming in since I did my wellbeing fair and my Mary Magdalene Rose anointing. My lightwork friend overheard of another trip that was happening, and yeah, just aligned with our path, you know, so it unfolded the way it was meant to unfold. But very, very tired because I'm not used to travel. Well, I am used to travelling. I go away a lot as a grid worker, holidays, my family. But this was like different, you know, excuse me. This was anticipated, you know, and also when I go on holiday with my family now, you know, not years ago, but since I spiritually woke up, I also anticipate things coming, but I don't think it's anticipation as such. No, it's that seer, you mean, that oracle. She can see what's coming. So a bit achy also, cause, you know, travelling, and I'm also integrating and calibrating. So these are the two words that was coming through this morning. So if you know me, you follow me, and you know how my content works, I automatic write. That's just one form of my channeling. So the automatic writing was flowing just before coming online. I was sat in the hot tub, and you know, in those stillness times, and yeah, the deepest stillness points of myself, what I take myself to. So meditation is possibly the deepest stillness, or if I'm doing sound baths, or somatic dance, kundalini yoga, yeah, those things that get the energy moving, you know. But meditation, I get my downloads streaming in, visions, yes, all of that. And the two words coming through, so Spirit's had me since the wellbeing fair. So I was working at the wellbeing fair, but this festival that I went to, it wasn't work, it was for healing. But I say not for work, you know, but all the time I was there, I felt like there was preparation going on again. Even when I go on holidays with my family now, I see that weaving of my path, you know, what Spirit's aligning me on, yeah. And there's not a time where I don't see signs, synchronicities, numbers, yeah. My life's not like it used to be, you know, since the spiritual awakening. I'm alright with that now. I wasn't at first. At first it was annoying, and it was, you know, just want to be on holiday with my family and not be interrupted by my sole purpose, you know. But again, sole purpose, it's a big thing. It's big job, you know. It's mission, and it's something that others can't understand, and you can't possibly expect them to understand it. So anyhow, this trip was a repercussion of overhearing that there's a festival in Lincolnshire. So my lightworker friend was like, do you fancy going? I feel like we're meant to go. And I was like, yeah, why not? It's a birthday, you know, she wanted to celebrate things that she loves doing. So I was like, yeah, could do with a trip away, you know, it's only overnight and I don't do it. So I was like, yeah, let's do it, you know, because I'm trying to, Spirit's getting me out of my spiritual closet, let's say that, because I've been hibernating, healing, preparation for 8 solid years. Yes, not staying in house all the time, in and out, times of integration, times of hermit, all of that. But I feel the time is now. They want me more and more out, you know, and my gifts shared more and aligned more to my nerve nerd. I've had nerve nerd coming through also. So I knew that this the way it was unfolding. And they wasn't giving me anything, you know, but I could see, because I can see timelines before they come. But I asked them, what's this trip about, you know, and they just wanted it to unfold. They wanted me to see the magic unfold along the way. So there wasn't giving me much this time around, which, you know, yeah, can spoil the magic, can't it? It's a journey, it's a journey, isn't it? The magic is in the journey of the unfolding. So I let it, you know, didn't have no choice anyway, but I was like, well, they're not giving me anything, you know, I'm not getting visions, I'm not getting seeing the timelines, I'm feeling something, and I know that this trip is not going to be just any old trip, and we don't come away from that trip, you know, no. I know it's about aligning, I know it's about alignment on my path, also my lightworkers path, and I know it's about combining forces with other lightworkers and finding our soul tribe. Yeah, you like, you know, these codes came from. So I wrote in my automatic writing, I've just returned home from my trip, which should have been Lincolnshire, but then got relocated because of circumstances out of the manager's control, to Wales, just outside of Wales, Hereford. And you know, I work with the dragon. The dragon's been coming through very, very much, quite a while now. And my lightworker friend, she's worked with dragons years, you know. She was the one that wrote this dragon aspect of myself, the energy that I needed, the intuition, the connection source. She was the one that brought that through for me. And I didn't tell her I was channeling dragons and they was coming through very, very clearly. No. But that connection, you know, you find your soul tribe. Because when you raise you to a certain frequency, you know, then you attract what's your frequency. So you attract, when you get to a certain level on this path, your soul tribe, you start attracting your soul sisters, your soul brothers, your starseed family, all of that. Yes, it's all true. Very, very magical point of my journey, and I'm loving it. So, yeah, I just returned home from the trip, so tired. I'm in my PJs, I'm staying in them today because I can. But, yeah, it was a magical trip, and I knew it would be. Oracle and me, you know, because since waking up my life, it's, I'd say it's one big unknown, yes, but some known. It's hard to explain, you know, if you're not open to spirit and you're not awake. It's hard to explain to others what things can come in, because from one day to the next it can be different. So it was relocated from Lincolnshire to Hereford, near Wales. So it was at the very last minute when we arrived in Wales, we stopped off just as we got before the festival. We thought, oh, let's stretch our legs a bit, and my friend said, oh, let's stop here. Now I know why, because I will show it on here. And we found, because it just looked like a normal, you know, where you park up on the side of the road, and it just looked like a little spot where you could, no, not with me and my lightworker friend, no. I knew I was going to find magical spots along the way also, just didn't, you know, didn't know where or how, because it wasn't giving me that much information like I'd got previously when I took trips, you know, on my own, my family and the codes and all that was coming through. Months and months prior to it. They weren't giving me that much this time, and I know why. They wanted me to see the magic unfold. So, yeah, we stopped and I was like, oh, I feel drawn to go over there. And there was like a little opening. And it just looked, you know, like, and there's like a little slope. Well, I'll say a little slope, but, you know, for someone with little legs like myself, it was, yeah. I was like, oh, and then I heard the stream, and I saw the trees, and then I felt the energy. And it was like stepping into, so like The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Yeah, I love that film. Very magical film. So you step into that wardrobe and you're out into a magical world. It was like that. But we didn't step into a wardrobe. No, we just stepped through like a little footpath. And it was in an enchanted forest. I was like, oh my God. And I knew I was drawn to it, you know. So I was using my intuition and I just felt drawn to it. And we just sat there and there was trees and, you know, I felt drawn to touch the tree and the energy off the tree. And my lightwork friend who works with the fairies, and you know, she's very connected to fairies and yeah, elving. Yeah, we just sat there, you know, and we was just like lost in this little enchanted world of our own, which sounds a lot like the spiritual awakening. Yeah, but first, the spiritual awakening, it's more like a scary, scary forest, you know, like from the Wizard of Oz, where the monkeys are flying around you and attacking you. That's the spiritual awakening. It's not fairies, it's not butterflies, it's not unicorns and rainbows and sunbeams and no. Spiritual awakening's hard, painful, emotional, ebbs and flows, wild, you know, you get cast into. But at this point of your journey, so I believe I'm in the surface stage. I'm in that surrender, that unfolding, that going with the flow, that balance of my divine feminine, my divine masculine. I've done work, you know, solid daily ground, hard work, twin flame journey. And yeah, so we'll step through this little clearing and footpath and get down this slope eventually, and we'll just sit there and we're in our own little enchanted world. And I'll show that video. And yeah, that was the start, you know. At the beginning, well, when we set off, we was just seeing numbers. We're seeing 888, 222, 444. Oh, every kind of number going, right? Apart from the 777, which, if you follow me, is one of my numbers, and it's my life path number. And 7 is also spiritual awakening, 7 stages of the awakening. Some might say 8, some say 7. And also I'm the 7th daughter of my family line, you know. So it's very, very symbolic for me. It means a lot, does 7. And I'm seeing 777. And I said to my lightworker friend, just after we'd come out of the enchanted forest, and we was just like, we knew this journey was just going to be, you know, amazing. And our energy together it's amazing, you know, because she's twin flame in air connection. I'm twin flame in man. She's divine masculine energy. I'm divine feminine. Balance each other, you know, it's that yin and yang. And years before, you know, we became friends and we've united to working with each other. I knew I was going to. You know, I knew there was a person I was bound to meet at this certain place. It wasn't about the place, it's about who I was going to meet. Yeah. So it's unfolded, you know, just as I saw it. So that's the oracle in me. That's the high priestess of the rose path. My connection to Mary Magdalene times. That's that. That's one of the parts of me. That's one of my multi-dimensional parts. So I understand that now, where I get these gifts from, which lifetimes they come from, you know. So I'm starting to fix it all together, you know. The fractals, the merging, they're all becoming one. They're not fractured, you know. They're all becoming whole. So yeah, I said to her, well, we haven't seen 777. But I said, right, angels, give me validation that you brought us here for a reason, which I knew anyhow, so I don't know why I was asking it. But I thought, no, come on, let's test this magic, you know. Let's give the angels a test, because they've been testing me for years. And my spirit team. So I was like, angels, if you brought us here to show us magic and for alignment and you know, other than the healing, which is aligning us to our path, but for the magic around this this partner, like Wales, we didn't connect the dragon to the whales, and I don't know, it sounds oh yeah, of course it's Wales, you know, the Welsh dragon and all of that. Not until we pulled up to the car park and was like, dragon. I was like, oh no. And the feeling and the energy I felt, I knew why, you know. I also said to my light work friend, we're going for the place, you know, the environment, the magic there, the history there, and yeah, the grid work that we do, you know. But we put, just as I was pulling up, we'd not seen no 777, and that was the main number I wanted to see. I would seen every other number, and then I was like, no, I'm not going to see it. Just got into the car park where I was parking the car for the festival. Right in front of us, 777 on the car plate. And my light work friend was like, I told you, didn't I? I always see 777 in car parks. And that was the end of our journey. We'd reached our destination. And I was like, you can't make this stuff up. Like, but it wasn't so shocking, you know, because I think, yeah, I know I'm getting used to it because of, you know, the amount of years I've been on this journey and the unfolding I've seen happen, where the turning point for me was my Mary Magdalene trip, the Cave of Eggs, because I really saw the magic. I've seen and felt supernatural things, you know, not of this world. So there's a point on this journey where you have to be like, okay, it's not of this world. You are seeing supernatural things. You are feeling, you know, out of this world things. It's magical, yes. But the turning point, literally, where I saw the magic unfold was the Cave of Eggs in France. During the forest trek, the Druid forest, magical enchanted forest, could feel the energy there. Magical and enchanted, yeah, it was all that. You know, these films that we watch and that, and the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, and you step into an enchanted world. It's all here. It's inside us. So once you go inside and you step into your cave and you do that inner work and you release the traumas and the wounds and you start to heal and you open up, you know, your consciousness starts to level up and you're moving layers of yourself, you know, like an onion. So you're healing. And then you also bring in things back to yourself. So calibration, you know, integration. Yeah, and you start seeing that magic unfold. So we cottoned on. It was the dragons. Yeah, and it sounds so, you know, I was like, but was that excited about the journey? We was just, well, we didn't put the dragon to it. We did when we got there, because I get visions. I also get like, it's like a movie scene. It's just my gifts, you know, that I felt Camelot, I felt King Arthur, I saw dragons, energy. It was like, yeah, I could see like the movie Medieval, yeah, and I was like, whoa, the energy here is amazing. Like, we wouldn't have got that in Lincolnshire. I believe the relocation happened for a reason, you know. Not just specific to me and my lightworker friend, no, because there's many lightworkers at these festivals, and they're all getting aligned on their path. So things happen for a reason, you know. You meet the people you're meant to when you're meant to go to certain places on the earth, grid work and all of that, and pick the energy up from certain places and drop your energy off, and certain conversations you have with people and things. It's all energy, you know, and it's all spirit and the big plan for us all, you know, connection. So yeah, we put that together, and then we saw 777. So you know, that was just at the beginning. And we was like, whoa, this is gonna get, you know, even more and more magical, and it did. So yeah, it was relocated, and I asked my spirit team, please show me, and there was like, no. There was basically said, it will all be shown to you in due time, and let the unfolding unfold, basically. And I was like, that's me told, okay. So yeah, and you know, when you know everything, and you think, well, it's a journey, isn't it? We're here for a journey, and the spiritual awakening journey. Yeah, it's one hell of a journey. And it makes you believe in magic, because there's no way you can't. Magic's been here all along. It's inside us. It's just been hidden. And when you heal, this inner world starts to appear in your outer world. So as within, so without. So when you connect your earth to your heaven, the divine, so you're human to your divine, you do that work, you balance yourself out. The integration, the calibration that occurs for the healing. Yeah, that magic. You know you've had it inside you all along. And you know you just have to step through that wardrobe, that Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. You just step through that, and yeah, not just step through, you know. It's lots and lots of years of healing. And facing things, you know, they face the Snow Queen, don't they? And they come up against obstacles inside that wardrobe, in that enchanted world. Yeah, storms, yeah, it's snowy in there, it's cold in there. Yeah, that was my spiritual closet at first, you know. But now that I'm stepping out, and I've done the work, and I've faced my demons and my shadows and the obstacles that was inside that spiritual closet, and I've stepped through to the enchanted world, you know, and the magic of it. And I love it. This was also a reward, you know, for all the work I've done. And I know that, because yeah, the more work you do and the more magic you find inside yourself, the more magic that will come into your life, your outer world. That's how it works. So yeah, lots of signs, synchronicities, numbers was everywhere. Signs like Fairy Lee Lane, Pixie Grove, dragons was very much the powerful energy felt there. Also my visions, as you know, as woo as it sounds to people, that is how it works for me. Just does. It's because of the work I've done and the gifts that I've retained, the gifts that always belong to me, my past life gifts. There's a healer in every lifetime, I know that also. And that's why all my gifts are coming back in this lifetime, because this is the last lifetime. This is my North Node, you know. This is the life I come into complete wholeness. All those fragmented parts of myself come into one, you know. It's powerful, because the lifetimes, you know, I've had, and those gifts in those lifetimes, they're all coming into one. So my clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, my light language, my light codes, yeah, my anointing, all of that. Yeah, it's to help humanity. And so yeah, so we had signs galore. Mary Magdalene also was very much present. I knew that I was travelling down there for the healing of the rose activation. Knew that. Got some very, very powerful downloads during that meditation and activation. I also knew that. And yeah, the download I received from well, I've got here, so yeah, I'm home now after, you know, a day, or well, I'd say about a day or two. of healing. So it was like back-to-back healing, and being around other powerful energy, you know, healers, light workers, light seeds, star seeds, yeah, and you're around high vibration energy, and you're absorbing that. And you know, all the time, me and my friend was just laughing and talking, and yeah, and it's that high vibe, you know. So when you surround yourself with that, rubs off. Yeah, I didn't feel tired there, didn't feel anything there, you know, because I wasn't depleted. I was, yeah, like that vibration, you know, I was like giddy, I couldn't stop laughing, and my curves was coming out, and just felt in my element, you know. Didn't feel judged, didn't feel other people's projections coming at me. Felt around my people, you know, my soul tribe. Although, you know, we didn't talk to many people, just healers, and a few passers-by. There wasn't many that was there, and I think because of the relocation that came, there would have been more at the other one. But it was the energy we was there for. It was the magic and the unfolding. It was the alignment. It was the healing. It wasn't to do with the raves at night and the dancing, and I knew that. Knew that. Wasn't to do with drinking, knew that also. As a light worker, I don't drink now, you know. But yeah, knew it was going to very, very powerful energetic shifts. That was the care there. So the first healing was breath work. Powerful, you know. You need your breath. So years ago when I started yoga and all of that, I sort of bypassed the breath. And then I returned back to it, you know. The more I got aware, I thought, oh, I need my breath. I need that. That's your starting point. No. Yeah. So breath work. So it's very, really powerful. Qigong and voice activation. So I thought, oh, my voice is going to get activated more, as if it's not already. And they've already told me, you know, they are very, very powerful healing voice. Powerful. It's a powerful tool. No, it's an instrument. Once that's finely tuned, well, there's no stopping us, you know. So yeah, it reaches out. So I thought, right, so that's going to get activated while I'm here. So then the second one was sound bath. Now I work with frequencies, you know, all the hertz and all of that. Tried many over the years. Still do frequency work because you understand. That's what we are, you know. So frequencies, different frequencies heal different parts for us, and you know, you have your God's frequency, you have the heart chakra frequency, yeah, you know, it heals different parts to us, and then so we have that, and then later on, I'd say we had a break for about an hour. Then there was the rose activation. And that was the one I was most there for because of my connection to Mary Magdalene. And being I anoint also now. That's a gift that's returned. So in my well-being days, I now can anoint. That's part of one of my gifts. So yeah, I knew it would be, you know. And Mary came through with some very, very powerful messages, as I knew she would. So during the ceremony, you know, the lady did meditation, and Rose fragrance got, you know, and when there was walking around and there was bells going off, and we was in a rose garden and Mary was there, and you know, when you tune out and you go into that meditation and that stillness, that's when you can really, you know, the messages that are coming forth, that's when you get your messages download. So yeah, I was in the rose garden with Mary again, like I've been many times, and I said to her, I said, because she said, ask her one question, what you'd like to know, you know, where you're stuck in life and all of that. So I said, Mary, why did you bring me here? I've already been to your cave, which the Cave of Eggs was Mary's home, you know, for the last 30 years of her life, and she taught, you know, she did meditation and taught her teachings and to the villagers and all that there, and hid, you know, from the powers that be back then. And that was her safe haven, that was her home for the last 30 years of life. And I didn't think, you know, like, I thought, I know I will never feel the energy I felt like I did in that cave or in that forest. That's where the true essence of Mary is, you know. You can feel her there, very much. And she said, you're going to be doing this. So what that lady was doing, the rose circle, and the meditation, she goes, you're ready. And I have always seen myself doing something like that. I've got the title for it also, Ready. It's words that Mary has spoken to me and guided me on my path. And not only did I see myself doing that, but my lightworker friend, who I'm very, very connected to in soul, also on physical, on earth. But we knew each other as, you know, in different lifetimes. We know that from Egypt and Lemuria, and possibly other, you know, lifetimes. She also saw me doing that. You know, the downloads have been flooding in. So I've been integrating, and yeah, it's been coming in, you know, steadily since arriving back home. And well, since I was there after the healing and arriving back home. I feel my DNA, you know, it's taking it all in. It's integrating, and it's the calibration process. And I've felt this many times after deep healing. So I knew that's what I was going there for. And she also said, I'm going to be hosting rose circles for women and anointing. And I'm ready, and the rose is fully bloomed. And I was like, And the visions was coming in and all of that. So, yeah, got back home, and this is in the works already. And we've been home, not, you know, just a night. But we both, the connection that me and my lightwork friend have, our work also, you know, channeling, and that's going to be part of the day that we're offering. So we're getting ready, you know, for our next, our Nerf Nerd. So I wrote Nerf Nerd also. Where was it? Yeah, Nerf Nerd came through. Yeah, I feel different, you know, the shift. I feel blissful and ready for unknown territory, you know, for the next step on this journey. And that's what I felt that this festival was. It wasn't about the dancing. It wasn't about what people go to festivals for me. I knew that. I also knew that from my lightworker friend. It wasn't about any of that for me. It was the rose activation and the sound healing, and the energy would feel there, and yeah, it's about all right, you know. So getting on 33 minutes. So these cards came out. So this was this morning during my hot tub. I call it my hot tub time machine, because every time I'm in my hot tub, it's like, yeah, I go on a travel somewhere in before. You know, I go like really in stillness and that, and meditation, and come out with cards. So I call it my hot tub time machine, which is another film. So calibration, no, it was integration first that came through. So that's another code towards my my deck that they've got me making, which I also know will be in the future. Yeah, I can see it coming, you know, going to be offered to the public once it's all ready. It's not ready yet, you know. I'm still in the process of the integration and the calibration and the getting, you know, I'm at Nerf Nerd. So yeah, I'm going into newer territory. So, and I'm not scared to either, you know. I'm ready for it. And that's what Mary said, you're fully bloomed. You're ready. So I was like, the rose is bloomed. And I was like, that's what you brought me here for. And then calibration. And I got music notes coming through with this, you know. First the squiggly lines, and I thought, music. And then I started to, you know, just draw these notes, just coming out, letting it flow. And I was like, ah, yeah. And calibration, you know, it's that tuning, it's that alignment. It's like when you, you know, you're tuning your instrument. Yeah. So I feel like it's happening inside me. I'm being tuned. So I can't explain it. When you're DNA and you've gone DNA level and you keep going further, deeper and deeper, you know, yeah, I feel like I'm being attuned and aligned, and I'm receiving new insights, you know, the integrations slowly coming through, you know. Yeah, so these were the 2 cards this morning. So I've got a few more cards now to my card deck. I'm going to come back on, do part 2 of this, because I've got more automatic writing to share of my trip away and the cards. Yeah, very, very magical trip. It wasn't stepping through the closet door, you know, the wardrobe. Nope. It was, yeah, like, good. Yeah, might well have been though, you know, like that line, the witch in the wardrobe. Yeah, stepping through that into an enchanted world. That's what it felt like at that festival, like Enchanted. So, and met a lot of enchanting people also. Very interesting. Light workers, light seeds, soul child. So I shall be back on for part 2.